Hey, what's going on? I'm Chris. Hopefully you're having an awesome day. And today we're answering the question, do you need to exercise in order to lose weight and to lose fat? And so by the end of this video, I hope that I can share with you the right answer so you can make the best decisions, get the results you want, all these sorts of things. Now, for those of you who don't know me, okay, I do this stuff for a living. This is what I do. I own a company called Trailblazer Fitness Academy where I help people lose weight and keep it off long term. Okay, our goal is not to get rid of weight. Our goal is to get rid of it and never ever see it again. Okay, and so with that being said, I'm going to dive into the math, the science, the nerdy stuff with this, but I want to share with you a couple different words, a couple different things that pertain to this so that we're all on the same page and so that you can get the best results possible. Okay, so we have inputs over here. Actually, we'll make outputs over here, inputs over here. When it comes to losing fat, inputs are food that you eat, and this is the form of calories, okay? Over here, the outputs, there are four. There are four things that you can do, or that happen, for you to lose the fat, okay? Four of them. Now, when these four over here have more calories, let's say it's weight like a teeter-totter, then this one over here, it dips this way, and you lose fat. Regardless of what the scale says, you will lose fat to the degree in which the scale is dipped. If the scale is like this, fat loss is really, really high. If your scale is dipped the other way, meaning your inputs, the food you eat, has more calories than the output, the calories that you burn, you will gain fat, regardless of what the scale says. How is this possible? Well, you could have a major bowel movement and still gain half a pound of fat in that day and still be down or staying relatively the same. This is the phenomenon when you go, I've weighed the same forever, my clothes just aren't fitting the same. That's because you are gaining fat because you are inputting more than you are outputting, but you're also losing muscle, which we'll get into in just a second, okay? So just so we're all clear, now there's the inputs, outputs. Outputs, the four. First one is called basal metabolic rate. This is the amount of calories you burn doing nothing. Your body's natural processes burn these many calories, okay? These are things like your muscle mass, your brain, your heart, your kidney, your liver, one. You got one of them. I am an expert here. Liver, kidneys, these things, okay? Skin, all this stuff requires calories to run. And if you were to lay in bed all day, you would burn a certain amount of calories based on that, okay? So that's number one. The next one is fitness, exercising, what we're talking about. The third one is called NEAT, non-exercise active thermogenesis. Basically what this means is your calories burned from being active. Notice, I'm moving around and walking. I could sit down and do this video, but I'm going to be walking instead, hopefully not to distract you, but because I burn more calories this way. Okay, that one. And then the last one is called thermic effect of food. And what that means is that's the calories burned digesting food that you consume. That varies based on the calories in your inputs. Okay, if you eat a lot of calories that come from protein, you have a higher thermic effect of food than if you would eat calories from carbohydrates and fats. Okay, so with that being said, let me go over to this screen here. And we will dive into the math of this because when it comes to this stuff, I love that it is a math problem. Because if it's a math problem and we can control a lot of the variables, we can then figure out what we need to do. So let's say this is you here. You're burning 1354 basal metabolic rate. Remember what that is. That's the calories burned from doing nothing. Steps. Steps burn a certain number of calories per day, okay, based on how active you are. Easiest way to track steps is a watch. Okay, I prefer Garmin. No, I'm not paid to say it. I just love them. Okay, I charge this bad boy once a week maybe once every 2 weeks, and it lasts me forever. Apple products die in the same day, and I get all the same notifications that they do. All right, next one, thermic effect of food, and then fitness. Okay, so the question is, do you have to exercise to lose weight? Let's see. So let's say here, your fitness, you're working out 0 times per week. And that takes this number to 2,000 calories, okay? Now, if you're eating 3,000 calories per day, then no, you're absolutely gaining fat to the tune of a pound of fat every 3.5 days. Problem. But what can we do to adjust it? Well, if you ate 1,700 calories, there we go. Now you're losing fat. Holy smokes, this is awesome, okay? So you don't have to exercise to lose fat. However, don't stop the video just now. Since you got your answer, don't stop it, because I'm going to share with you a caveat, an asterisk, if you will. When you don't exercise, do you think your body needs to have the muscle capacity to, I don't know, pick up 100 pounds off the ground, to run upstairs, to push up a ton? The answer is no. And what happens to that muscle after you don't use it? It gets smaller. When the muscle gets smaller, what does that do to your basal metabolic rate? That first number, the biggest one. Do you see the biggest one here? Biggest one, 1354. What does it do to that guy? Drops it. Drops it really, really low. Okay? Now, most people, if you're not exercising, you lose about 10 pounds of muscle every 4 to 6 years. That results in your basal metabolic rate dropping down roughly 30 calories every single year. So, let's say you're here. Is that right? Did I say that right? I did say that right. I want to make sure. I'm like, am I saying this right? I don't want to be spreading any misinformation. So let's say year 1, not exercising, okay? You're down to 1324. Oh, shoot, my bad. Hold up. 1324. It used to take you 16 days to lose 1 pound of fat. Now, it's taking you 18 days, year 2. Instead of 1321, it is 1994. Oh gosh, 1394. I can do this, and I'm doing this in one take. There we go. Now it's 13 days. Remember, we started with 16. Oh crap. Come on. 1294. Now we're at 22. Now, next one. 6. 27. Now it's 1 month. Notice this number's getting down, and 1,700 calories, for those of you who don't track your calories, not a lot of food. Oh snap. This is 6 years of time. Drop that low. So, exercising for a short period of time, is it a problem? No, not a problem. Especially if you're banged up. So if you're like having shoulder pain, back pain, knee pain, if you're banged up, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. But if you wanted to speed this bad boy up again, right? 1354 is where we're at. Start 16. What could we do? Well, you see this number here, steps. Watch what happens when we hit 10,000 steps. Oh snap, we just took 4 days off to lose 1 pound of fat. You can also adjust this number to eat less. And you can speed that number up if you went to 1,500 or so. You see how we took 5 days off. You see how this thing works. So I hope if by this video you figured out if you have to exercise to lose fat, yes or no. The answer is no. However, is it good for you? Yes, you should absolutely exercise. You should lift weights, you should exercise, not for the fat loss component of it, but to maintain muscle mass, because we know the more muscle mass you have, the better you feel, the more calories you burn at the end of the day, which is great. You also have a higher capacity to burn more calories, because some studies show you burn up to 50 calories per pound. Now that's not from rest, that's from you being able to do more stuff. You have a higher capacity to lift something heavier, to have to force more output, which makes your calorie burn go way, way high. Okay? So, with all that being said, hopefully you found this valuable. If you can help a brother out, I really would love to hit 100 subscribers on here. I think it'd be so cool. I'm really trying to push more on here, so please like and share, comment on this thing, doing the regular stuff. If you can help me out, I'd be so appreciative. That's all I got. Have a great freaking day. Kick some butt, take some names, and I'll talk to you soon.